Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bensalem Township Council meeting. Today's date is January 22nd, 2024. We'd like to begin the meeting by agenda item number 1, opening of the meeting with a moment silent meditation or prayer, and that will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Agenda item number 2, I'd like to introduce you to those of us who are at this dais this evening. To my extreme left, we have Phil Worcester, our Township Engineer. We have Debbie McBreen, our Township Council Secretary. And to the extreme right, we have Joe Pizer, which is our Township Solicitor. We have the Honorable Mayor Joseph DiGiorano next to him. And our council members are, we'll start with Michelle Benitez. We have Joe Polari, Joe Knowles, Stacy Champion, and Ahmed Kisselback. At this time, we'd like to go on. I'd like to ask Mr. Pizer, are there any changes on the agenda?
Yes, Mr. Kisselback. Excuse me. 2 changes, I believe. Just go in order here. Item 5, the resolution amending the township's fee schedule for the Building and Planning Department. The administration has received some feedback from the members of council in your review of this item. And I believe the director is getting you some answers to some questions that were raised. So we would ask that this item be tabled until your next meeting to afford the director an opportunity to get you those answers.
Okay, so we have agenda item number 5, and what else?
And then as to item number 9, which is the minor land development for McDonald's on Route 13, earlier today, we received communication from the attorney representing McDonald's, confirming that McDonald's is actually going to be making some additional changes to the plan based on the feedback received from the township engineer and the township fire marshal. McDonald's has asked that the item be placed on one of your February meeting agendas in order to give them the time to make those changes.
Okay, I need a motion on agenda item number 5 and a date for the next meeting, as well as agenda item number 9.
I'll make a motion to table item number 5 and item number 9 until a date certain of our next meeting of February 12th.
I'll second that motion.
So both of them will be at February 12th, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have a second. All those in favor signify with an aye. Aye. And against, any abstentions? That is unanimous.
That's all I have.
Okay. We're going to interrupt the written agenda and change it to accommodate. We have 2 ladies. They're going to read their essay. They're award-winning essays from the B3T organization, which is Building a Better Bensalem Today. And lucky enough for us, we have one of our council members who is a member of that organization. I'm going to ask, there we go. I'll ask Michelle Benitez to come up and make the introductions. I want to ask also the mayor to stand by her if you'd be kind enough, because they'll be reading the presentations, and you can make your comments afterward if you would. Be kind enough.
Are you making a presentation?
No, I'd like you just to make comments to them, though, afterwards.
Okay, I am pretty, so.
All right.
Okay, so I don't know if you've heard of Unity Week in Bensalem, but it's a really special thing, and it's very special because it only is done in Bensalem. Building a Better Bensalem Together is a community board that works very hard to make positive impacts in the community and with our children especially. So if you're a B3T board member, can you please stand up and be recognized for your contributions. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Tonight we have with us two essay contest winners from Unity Week. Due to the weather events of last week, we had to skip some of our events. And generally what we do is at each event, an essay award winner will present. We actually have two students with us tonight. If you could come up when I call your name. I have Kylie Smith and Cameron Sperduto, who will be here to present their essays, which are basically their thoughts on what Unity means to them. And hopefully you get to see some of our other presentations from our students throughout the week, because it really is a special thing. And the thoughts and care that our kids put into this is just something to be proud of. So, I'll let you guys.
What school?
Oh, I'm sorry. Cameron, I'll go with Cameron first. Sorry. Are you Cameron? Cameron. Okay, sorry. Cameron's from St. Ephraim. And which grade are you in?
I'm a 7th.
She's a 7th grader at St. Ephraim. So I'll have you come up. If you could just read into the microphone so everybody can hear you at home too. All right?
To me, the definition of unity means working together for the good of everyone. Unity helps communities stay together and be civil instead of turning away from each other. Bensalem represents this in multiple ways. As a community, we host different gatherings such as festivals and fundraisers. Also, the kids have to participate in certain activities such as service hours. Additionally, we have our great mayor, firefighters, police officers, and political figures who always join us in our events and keep our town's unity. As I listed above about how we host festivals, everyone who lives in Bensalem is invited to come and participate. At this particular event, there is music, food trucks, fireworks, a petting zoo, and bouncy houses. Not only does the festival allow us to have fun, it also gives small businesses a way to promote themselves and start making their profits. Altogether, the best part of the festival is the family and friends all can enjoy time with their community. Another way unity is presented in Bensalem is through acts of service. All the kids in Bensalem need to complete some type of service, such as cleaning around houses, helping the elder, and here at St. Ephraim, we do lunch with Santa and lunch with the Easter Bunny. This way, we help the little kids have an amazing time and improve service for our school's community. Some of my classmates are altar servers, and they are able to receive service hours while helping with masses, weddings, and funerals, because these events are so beneficial to our community. Building upon the idea of unity, Bensalem's mayor, firefighters, police officers, and political figures are a big reason unity is so presented in our town. The mayor is extremely dedicated to making our community safe and clean. At St. Ephraim, we raise money for foundations, the poor, and for our school. When we have these celebrations, our mayor, the chief of police department, head firefighters, and other politicians come and celebrate with us. Some other reasons police officers and firefighters are so kind because the officers walk through my school several times a week to ensure everything is in order and everyone is safe. Another thing the police do for my school is put on a canine show where their dogs do tricks and show how the dog gets trained. On the other hand, the firefighters also come to my school. They do fire drills, evacuation drills, and look for any potential fires. In conclusion of this essay, I hope you recognize how Bensalem does have unity, and we present it in several different ways, from all the way down to the kids doing service hours to our government officials making their way to St. Ephraim's special events. Unity and the love for our community is in the root of it all.
So Cameron, that was amazing. Was that not a great representation of what Bensalem is? Thank you for having the courage to come up and share your thoughts with us. We're presenting you with a gift certificate from B3 Safe for your use, and thank you for taking the time to be a part of it with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, and now we have Kylie Smith from Schaefer Middle School. What grade are you in? In 8th grade.
Good evening. My name is Kylie Smith, and I'm an 8th grader at Robert K. Schaefer Middle School. Thank you for inviting me to read my Unity essay. Unity may have many different meanings depending on who you are. You may think Unity doesn't have much of an effect on our daily lives. When you think of Unity, what does it mean to you? Unity means many things to me, and it is a huge part of my everyday life. One big part of my everyday life is basketball. There are many parts of basketball, but one of the most important parts is being a team. You have to work together and push your teammates to be the best version of themselves. If you're on a basketball court and you feel like one of your teammates isn't trying, what would you do? Some may say get frustrated with them and not give them the ball. What united teammates would do is tell the teammate that everything is okay and we need them in this game. It gives a teammate a little push and reassurance, which is something we all need every once in a while. If you and your basketball team are not united, it will not end well for anyone. You will not communicate, which will result in you losing the ball. You will not like one another, which will result in no one working together. The final result of it all is you losing games. In the documentary titled The Last Dance, Michael Jordan says, "Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen." Michael Jordan is a very big idol to many people in the basketball community, and in that quote, he explains that you must work and put in effort for your dreams to come true. And when you work together, your dreams come true much faster. Everyone wants to win, but in order for you to win, you must work together, communicate, help each other, and most importantly, be a united team. One place where I feel we need to be more united every day is in school. There are many school fights and arguments, and the big cause of all the issues is people not liking one another or someone saying something another person doesn't like. Sometimes you should think before you speak or just don't say anything at all. Nowadays, some people don't realize what they are saying and the effect it may have on someone. Everyone's homes lives are different and may have a different personality behind all the cool kids in school when they are at home. I personally have once before been around plenty of people who didn't seem to be having a great day at some point in my life. I always tried my hardest to put a smile on their face or help brighten their day just a little bit more. So from experience where I myself have once before been around people who haven't had the brightest of days, instead of upsetting someone, please think before you speak and help everyone become more united. If you have someone making fun of you or making comments while you're not in a good mood, what may you think of that person? Most people say they wouldn't like that person anymore, and this isn't what should happen. So by simply staying quiet, most people would get along more, and that will help our community become more united together. One last big part of my life is my family. Families look different for everybody, and some people have multiple homes, or others have one home with siblings. No matter what your family looks like, you all hope to get along. Luckily in my home, I have one house, 2 parents, and a brother. We all get along for the most part, except for my brother likes to start things. And I love living with my family. It does not look like that for everybody. It doesn't even have to mean broken homes. Some homes have 2 moms, others have 2 dads. Home is different for everybody, and in order for everyone to get along, you must stay united. If everyone goes around and judges each other based on their home lives, no one would like each other and everyone will be divided and separated. Harry Potter's author J.K. Rowling writes, "We are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided." This quote tells me to stay united with my closest friends and family and work together with them. It will result in much more success for all of us. If the whole world is divided and not united, it is not going to be a great place to live in. In the end, in life, not everything is perfect and not everyone is going to like each other, but you should always try to be nice. Unity is a big part of everyone's life, even in the littlest of things. Stay united, not divided. Thank you for allowing me to join you to read my essay tonight.
Kylie, that was really wonderful. It just shows how good of a friend you are, how good of a sister you are, and we're glad to have you here with us in Bensalem to kind of spread the love, it sounds like, and cheer. So thank you for presenting to us today, and here's a gift card for you from B3T. I'm just going to point out really quickly, we also have these brochures on the front table if you'd like to take them. It gives you all of the essay contest winners' essays and some information about B3T. So please take them, share with your family, and we thank you for being here tonight. I want to make one more acknowledgement, though, because we have somebody that is just really incredible at Bensalem High School, Kim. If you know Kim, Kim is a really special part of Bensalem High School. She makes it all go round every day. So a round of applause for Kim. Thank you for all of your hard work and what you do. The place can be a mess without you. No, no, everybody is really wonderful, but you really do drive it. So thank you.
Okay, and before I'm sorry, go ahead,
Just
Joe.
1 second, Mr. President. Bill McVeigh, the director, wasn't able to be here tonight. He's part of that committee. He and the deputy director were not able to be here. They wanted to just pass that along, so he would have certainly been here. I think he co-chairs it, right?
Bill McVeigh.
Co-chair, Bill Bennett, Bill Senior,
And Bill McVeigh.
and Bill McVeigh is, yes, our co-chair, Bill
Thank you.
Junior.
So anyway, that's why he's not here tonight. He wanted to be here.
All right, before you sit down, and the ladies already did sit down, come on up here. Come back up here, Mr. Mayor. Can you hear me? Joe? Go back up there with the group. Can I have the board members of the B3T with the ladies come up here, right in here, in front of here, and this gentleman's going to take your picture. Okay? Right there, Michelle. That's good. Okay, that's good. That's right in front there, and then he can step in there. Good. There you go. We got to wait for Reverend Jones is there somewhere. Coming up in the rear. There she is. Okay. One more. One more. You're famous. You have to get your picture taken now. And I'd like to comment that these two ladies were wonderful. Their essays were excellent, as were all of the contestant winners from the B3T. Every single one of them. And please make sure you take this so you can read it, because their skills in the English language far exceeds their age. That's for sure. So good luck, and thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Hey, I had my T-shirt on today, Bill. I have my Martin Luther King shirt on today. Everybody's leaving. I thought everybody came here to see us in action too. How about that? Just us regulars, right? Yeah. Bye. And I say one a bit is short, if you heard it. Okay, moving right on to agenda item number 3, which is public comment. Would anyone like to comment on this evening's agenda items? Not seeing anyone come forward, we'll move on to agenda item number 4, which is approval of council minutes for meetings. And we have 3 different dates. So I'm going to take them individually in case there are changes or deletions. So we have December 4th, 2023. Can I have a motion, or is there any changes on that?
Motion to approve?
We have a motion.
I'll second.
Second, all those in favor? Aye. I'm sorry, abstain, okay. 1 abstention, 4, 2, 1 abstention. December 11th, excuse me, 2023. Are there any corrections, deletions, or changes? If not, I'll accept the motion.
I'll put a motion in to approve the minutes from December 11th.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor.
Second?
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
And then and we have one abstention, so it's 4-1 also. And then, I'm sorry, what did I say? 401? Okay. January 2nd, 2024?
Wait,
What?
I'm sorry. Joe, were you not here on the 11th?
What's that?
You were not here on the 11th? We have to change the minutes then, yes, because you have them on there as being
I
here.
abstained anyway.
I know, but just to be sure it's right.
Yeah. I think I made a meeting.
They're just not here on the
I could be wrong, but you're usually right, so.
Yeah, I thought you were here.
There's
I'll abstain anyway.
yeah, I mean, you do have a final comment in the minutes, so I don't
So I
know.
can make it a 5.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a change on the vote, so it is correct. Okay, 5-0. And then January 2nd? Do we have any motion on that one?
I'll put a motion on
Yeah,
the floor to
that was
approve January
change
2nd.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Were you on that one? Okay, we got a 5-0 on that one, then, okay. All right, moving right along, we'll skip agenda item number 5, as that was tabled, onto agenda item number 6. This is a consideration of a resolution authorizing the acceptance of a municipal grant program contract awarded by the Redevelopment Authority of Bucks County in the amount of $115,600, $115,600 regarding the Bucks County Police Chiefs Association Records Management System. Mr. Pizzo?
Certainly, Mr. Kisselback. This is, as council is aware, the final step, and I'll say this for both items 6 and 7, the final step in the annual award and receipt of the municipal grants using the casino monies that are administered by the County Redevelopment Authority. Council will recall that you previously approved the submission of the grant applications in items 6 and 7. Item 6 being for the Police Chief's Records Management System, which, again, Bensalem serves as the lead agency, and this is a consortium of all the police departments in the county. The records management system, as council will recall, is one that is a computer system that's set up to allow all of the police department computers essentially to speak with one another regarding various items associated to crime throughout the county. And this is a recurring and annual fee that the grant is applied for and has been awarded by the Redevelopment Authority. So if council is of a mind, the resolution is in the form required by the authority so that the grant can be dispersed and administered by the township.
Okay, any questions? Not hearing any, I'll accept the motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the resolution as presented.
All right, we have a motion on the floor.
I'll second it.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? All those in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
And against, the abstentions. And agenda item number 7, we all know what that is. So I'll ask for a motion for that to be, you explained that, right, Joe?
Yes, everything I just said about item 6 would apply to item 7. This is, of course, the Towns Against Graffiti annual stipend that's received by the county for that program. Again, Bensalem, as it has since the inception of the program, serves as the lead agency on behalf of all of the member municipalities. The resolution is in the form required by the Redevelopment Authority so that the monies can be dispersed to the township for the administration of the program.
All right, there it is. I'll ask for a motion to be put on the floor to accept that.
I'll
Make a
make a mo-
motion to
Go ahead.
approve as presented.
Okay, I'll second.
We have a motion on the floor, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any abstention? Never say no to money. Okay, we have agenda item number 8, which is a consideration of a minor subdivision, and that's for Carrabba's Italian Grill, LLC, and the address is 3210 and 3220 Tillman Drive. This This is a commercial venture, and it's a zoning classification of PCD. The tax map parcels are 02, 035, 001, 002, and 006. That's the two parcels. And we have a gentleman, if you can introduce yourself to us and explain to us what you would like to do.
Good evening. My name's Jack Shoemaker, and I'm a professional land surveyor. I'm the owner of a company, First Order LLC, and we prepared the plan for subdivision. With me this evening is Robert Kinney. He's my SIT, and he was the project manager in putting together the plan for what we are presenting here this evening. By way of background, the property was developed back in the late 90s, and it was apparently approved for subdivision as far back as 1997. At that time, the actual subdivision, as our understanding, was not formally perfected, in that the deeds were not filed for the subdivision, nor was a plat filed for subdivision. However, it's our understanding that the tax assessor assigned a tax parcel number based upon a lease description. This was uncovered about 2 years ago when we were contracted to do a simple survey for the Carrabba's property, and they wanted to make a slight adjustment to the lot line. And then through our research and through our communications with the officials in Bensalem, it was realized that this subdivision was never actually perfected. So what we're looking to do with this application at this point in time is simply perfect what is already on the records. It's on the tax rolls. It has been assigned a tax parcel number, but as mentioned, it was never formally, formalized and perfected with the county.
And this, of course, was not a township mistake. This was a county mistake, correct?
It's our understanding it was a county mistake. So, correct, Robert had most of the contact.
All right.
So, yes.
And Phil, I wanted you just to at least verify what was just said and elaborate on it if you need to.
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the issues that we're dealing with is the response to our review letter, that we have not had a response yet, and I'm assuming that everything within that review letter is a will comply, since most of those items are associated with existing nonconformities.
Right. Yeah.
We want to make sure that those plans are presented prior to recording of your plans, that they're presented in a nature that this doesn't happen again.
Right.
So we want those plans to be clean.
Have you had an opportunity to see this letter from TPD dated November 6th, 2023? Did you have a chance to review that?
I did review that letter, and I know there were a handful of changes that we did make to the plan, but at this time, I don't recall what exactly is on it from memory.
Okay, then we're going to have to go through that. So we have it on record that you will comply with everything that's stated accordingly. First of all, can we have an extra letter that we can give to him? Does anyone have an extra one? Phil, I'd like you to keep yours because you need yours. Debbie, do you have one?
And I do have updated copies of the plan that is posted on the board for everyone. So this is the current draft.
This is different than what we have. How's it different? Is this different than what we've already been presented with?
Yes, slightly.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yes, I do.
All right, so you just updated this as today, is that correct? Is that what you're telling us?
Could you repeat that?
Did you just finish this today, that you're presenting us this
We
today?
printed it this morning, and then I signed it this morning.
Okay,
We printed a fresh copy this morning.
okay. All right, let's go with the letter you have in front of you. The Councilman Polari was so kind enough to give up his copy of it. So you have that in front of you now. We have TPD letter, November 6th. Okay. All the variances were granted to you in the zoning ordinances that you needed. So we're going to, and that's on page 2. Zoning ordinance from 1 to 4B. You have those, correct? That's all zoning variances that you had to have in place before you even moved on. Subdivision and land development, it was on page 3. These are the following comments, and this is what Mr. Phil Worcester was just talking about. Section 201-41, preliminary plan requirement. The names of the owners and all adjacent tax parcels with the tax map parcel numbers, land use, and zoning classification and present use should be provided. The plan should be revised to include those adjacent to Tillman Drive and Street Road. The labels should be updated to include the current use of each adjacent property. Will you comply with that?
Yes.
B, the location and elevation of all boundary lines, that's the perimeter, monuments shall be indicated.
Yes, we have the monument shown. We just need to add the elevations for you.
All right,
so-
and all existing utilities must be provided on the site plan?
Yes.
All right, and D, the statement of the intended use of all non-residential lots and parcels should be added to the plan.
Yes.
So, have you done this on this copy already? Is that what you're saying? That you just submitted?
Have we,
No, not all of those have been addressed on the plan.
Okay,
they will be.
but they will be, okay.
Yes. We will comply, yes.
E, lot numbers and the tabulation showing the total numbers, lots and parcels, and the area of each lot or parcel. The existing should indicate without a lot being subdivided. That's E.
Are we on there with that?
Yes, that should be on there.
Yes.
Will comply, is that correct? That should be your answer, so we have it on record?
Will comply, yes.
Okay. F is copies of any proposed deed restrictions, protective and restrictive covenants,
That's the
reference
terms on that.
to the preliminary plan should be provided. Provide a copy of the deeds and cross-assessed easements referenced on the plan for the review.
Right. Yes, the attorney is working on that, and that will be complied also.
Comply all zoning, G, this is all zoning requirements shall be listed, and a tabulation shall be provided demonstrating that the subdivision and/or land development is in conformance with the requirements or citations or to variance approved by the Bensalem Township Zoning Hearing Board, provided the zoning requirements in a table, expanding it to include the existing and proposed conditions illustrated how lots 1 and 2 meet the requirements.
Yes. And that has been added to the revised plan that you have in front of you.
That's the one we have, okay? And that-
Yes.
So you can comply?
Yes.
And identity of any existing nonconformities. That would be in there too.
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, Section 201-83, submission and review of a lot line change plan. All existing structures, including but not limited to curbs, sidewalks, buildings, driveways, trees, are required to be shown on the plan.
Yes. It currently complies, yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Will comply, yes.
Okay, thank you. And Section 201-87, combined preliminary final minor plan, final lot line change plan. A, lot line change plan shall be considered as final plans upon resolution of the above comments. That's 3.
And yes, will comply.
Okay, before I go any further, Mr. Pizer, is there any other legal terms we have to put this in when someone puts this on for a motion? Make sure it's recorded, things like that.
As to items on excuse me, on Mr. Worster's review letter, or the TPD review letter, items 2B, C, D, E, and that would be E sub 1, 2, and 3. G, H are all items that should be will comply items These are generally just adding zoning information to the plan that, at least in the version that Mr. Worster's office originally reviewed, wasn't there.
And this is in the zoning aspect?
This is in the zoning section, yes.
Okay, all right.
Zoning section 3 is a will comply item, and zoning 4A and B, again, these are just items that need to be noted on the plan. I don't know if they were or weren't, since we just got the plan now, but in any event, those are will comply items.
Correct, yes.
The other thing I didn't ask at the outset of the hearing, and after having gone all through this, I'm scared of what the answer might be, but I wasn't provided with copies of the
I was gonna
notice to
ask you
the
about
adjacent
that.
property owners. Do you have them with you?
Do we have a copy? Notifications were sent. I don't think, do you have a copy of the?
I know this was tabled before so as to allow
Right.
you to do it, so I trust it was done.
Correct, yes, it was done. It was
Okay.
completed.
Since everything around there is commercial, Mr. Kisselback, I have no problem with the applicant providing the notices to us tomorrow.
Okay. All right, so we have them tomorrow at the township, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Phil, you're good with that, too?
I am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mr.
this is kind
President.
of a different, weird situation that we're put in, so.
Well,
Yes.
again, this is a subdivision that was actually previously approved by the township. We're sort of going through
Exactly.
the
Other than
motions
that-
a second time.
Other than that, it would be just a lot line change as far as I interpret.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Do you have anything else to add to this?
I have nothing further.
Nothing at this time? How about your partner?
Nothing further.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, anything from the council members you'd like to add to this? Not hearing any, I'll ask for a motion to be put on the floor regarding this subdivision for Carrabba's Italian Grill.
Providing the notices to my office tomorrow or to the township tomorrow is obviously a condition of approval as well.
Like to-
The other condition would be that deeds for the newly created lot, or the two newly created lots, should be provided to the township engineer and to the township solicitor for their review and approval, and those deeds should be recorded in the office of the recorder of deeds contemporaneous with the recording of the record plan. Hopefully this time it'll happen.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve Agenda Item 8, Carrabba's Italian Grill, location 3210 and 3220 Tillman Drive, tax parcel 02-035-001-002, and 02-035-001-006 as a conditional approval upon receipt of additional required documentation as stated by Mr. Pizzo.
And it will comply.
And will comply with all of the items that we reviewed
Right, which is the November 6th.
on the November 6th letter from TPD.
Okay, sounds good to me. Anything else? Sounds good? Okay, I'll ask for a motion to be put on the floor.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
And against, abstentions? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
No samples, huh? Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, agenda item number 9 has been tabled to February 12th, and so we have agenda item number 10, the consideration of a land development extension agreement, Guy and Deborah Dalfo, and this is on Bristol Road and Palm Avenue. Tax map parcel is 02-018-003, and this is an extension agreement. Mr. Pizzo, you want to take this one?
Yes, council previously approved the land development agreement for Guy and Deborah Dalfo for their property at Bristol Road and Palm Avenue. The developer has asked for an extension of that agreement for an additional 1 year to extend out to January 23rd, 2025. Township Department of Building and Planning and the Township Engineer have no objection to the request. If council is of a mind to grant the extension, it's recommended that you do so, subject to an audit of the developer's escrows by the Township Engineer and the Department of, the Finance Department, to make sure that sufficient funds remain in place for the completion of the project.
All right, so how long has this been in the township, Joe?
Developers agreements were just approved last year.
Okay, all right, that sounds fine then. All right, so we have a one-year extension they're asking for, and does anyone have any comments on that? If not, I'll ask for a motion. If you have no comments.
I'll make a motion that we approve for Bristol Road, Palm Avenue, tax parcel 02018003, an extension of 1 year for their land development extension agreement.
Okay, one. Okay. Do you have a specific date, Joe, or you want to put on there? Or?
Was it 12325?
The opposite, 12325, yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
That's correct.
12325.
Okay. Motion on the floor?
I'll second it.
Second on motion. Any additional discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? That's a 5-0. Number 10. Number 10 is the, 11, request of a waiver, curbs and sidewalks installation subject to the payment of fee in lieu of, and this is requested by Carmack Holdings, and this is a property of 67 Washington Lane, tax map parcel 02 052 041-001. Mr. Phil? Oh,
Mr. Nero.
Clayton?
Good evening, Council, Mayor. As President Kisselbeck has stated already, this is a request for a waiver of curbs and sidewalks for 6067 Washington Lane for a new dwelling. Due to the fact that there's no existing sidewalks in this area, we are recommending that the council approve this waiver and the applicant pay a fee in lieu of $3,659.08.
Okay, we have a presentation, and it's pretty simple. Would anyone like to make a motion on this?
I'll make a motion to approve agenda item number 11, Carmack Holdings LLC, at 6067 Washington Lane, tax parcel 02-052-041-001.
I have a motion on the floor.
I'll second the motion.
We have a second on the motion. I'll ask for the vote. All those in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Any abstentions?
I'll abstain.
We have a 401 vote with one abstention. Okay, I'll get it out. Number 12, this is a consideration of signing of agreement. Gibson Holdings LLC, 1515 Gibson Road. This is 6 single-family subdivisions. This is a R2 residential district, and the tax map parcel is 02054-005. Mr. Pazzo, you want to bring us up on the history on this, just in a brief kind of way?
Certainly. Before you are the land development improvement agreements, the municipal improvement security agreement, and the stormwater best management practices operation and maintenance agreement for the 6-family subdivision at 1515 Gibson Road. The agreements have been prepared by our office, have been signed by the developer and by the lender in the case of the security agreement. The necessary funds have been deposited with the township, and the agreements are in a form acceptable for your consideration and approval this evening.
Sounds so simple when it's all together, right, John? Okay, I ask for a motion to be put on the floor. If there's any questions first, or any comments from the council members. If not, I ask for the motion.
I'll put a motion on the floor.
We have a motion on the floor.
Do I have to say anything else?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a second on the motion, a little delay in our broadcast there.
Sorry.
Okay. I ask for the motion. All those in favor signify with an aye. Aye. And against, any abstentions, unanimous? Okay, that's good. All right, now moving on to agenda item number 13, public comment. No one's coming forward? Last chance. Okay. Okay, other business from supporting personnel and council members. Phil, would you like to add anything to this evening's meeting?
No, and go Flyers.
Okay. Go Flyers. Debbie, would you like to add anything? Mr. Pizzo?
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. Before, I know Joe is going to probably say this, but I'm going to be ahead of him. It's the Chinese New Year on February 10th, so it's the Year of the Dragon.
Yes.
Joe, am I right on that one?
You are right. You
I
are
am
correct.
right. If you want to embellish on that, you can at this time.
Thank you.
No? Anyway, I don't know if we'll be here or not, but Valentine's Day is coming up, and it's the 14th. And believe it or
we'll be there
not, it's the
12th.
same day as Ash Wednesday. So that's coming up. I don't know if we'll be here, but
12th.
happy Valentine's Day to my council and everyone out there. Lots and lots of love.
We'll see you on the 12th.
12th, we'll be here.
The 12th. What are we doing on the 12th?
We have council meetings.
Huh?
We have a council meeting.
On the 12th.
Oh, okay. Well, I said in case we're here or not here, so I so we don't know. But that's all I have. The Phillies are getting ready, so they're going to have the spring training when it's first pitchers are,
Should be reporting
The end.
beginning of February.
yeah, so that's coming up. And the Flyers are hot, so other than that, all is well. We got through the snowstorms in Bensalem, thanks to the Public Works, a great job that they've done. The men and women down there continue to do a great job. That's all I have.
They do. Okay, we'll go to our council members. Michelle, would you like to add something this evening?
Yes, thank you, Public Works, for showing up. You guys did a great job. We had a lot of compliments. Thanks for keeping the roads clear and our community safe. Congratulations to Lieutenant Mike Shum for being recognized as Champion of Diversity from the Parks Casino recently. He is also a board member, vice chair of the Building a Better Bensalem Together Community Board.
How many chairs do you have on that?
So he, I would just like to recognize him for his contributions. He's been just a really wonderful addition in the last year to our team. Thank you again for the essay contest winners and B3T for all of the efforts put forth for Unity Week. It's really a huge lift. Nobody else is replicating it. I don't know why. I wish they would, but kudos to you for all the work that you do. Thank you to the Houses of Worship for working with us and hosting our communities. It's really a really wonderful week to just be together. And then upcoming this Thursday, Bensalem Rotary will be honoring our Policeman and Firefighter of the Year. I'll keep that a secret, but follow us on Facebook for more. Thank you.
What's the date of that? Thursday?
Thursday, the 25th,
And it's located at?
1675 Spirits, 6 o'clock,
And that's the one on Bristol
on Bristol
Pike.
Pike.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
the original.
Okay, we'll move on from there. Joe, would you like to add anything this evening? Nothing? Mr.,
Quickly, yeah. 1675 on
Silence.
Bristol Pike was named because the road opened in 1675, Bristol Pike. It's called Kings Highway at the time, I think, but just a little tidbit there. I do want to thank all our representatives, including Michelle Benitez, on B3T and the job you guys did this year. It was great. I went to most of the events. Unfortunately, we the Buddhist temple and their lunch had to be canceled for weather, and the Hindu temple on Bristol Pike had to be canceled. And there's one other one too, right? Yeah, St. Ephraim's on Friday, our parish, was canceled. But that's why we had some of the girls, some of the winners of the contest speak here tonight because they didn't get a chance to their assigned post. And the other ones that actually read at the events did a really great job, too. And it's worth getting this book because they really did a nice job. Some of them really did some great work on the, on their unity, on the meaning of unity. And no other community does that. Like Michelle said, there's no other community does that. And it was a really nice going to Faith Unity and going over to Lincolnia Chapel to start out, and the breakfast with Parks put on. It was really a nice week again. And also, congratulations to the mayor said to our road crew. They haven't practiced in a while, okay, but they did a great job clearing the snow. I bought a snowblower 3 years ago, finally got to use it, you know, so they did a great job, a tremendous job. Our streets were cleared and safe, and a lot of good comments I saw about that. So it's good. And yeah, and Happy Chinese New Year. It's Gung Hei Fai Choi is Cantonese anyway for Happy New Year. So I wish everybody a Happy New Year. Most of the Asian communities celebrate Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year. And the mayor is correct, it's the year of the dragon. All right, that's all I got. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Stacy?
Happy New Year, Joe, to your family.
Thank you.
Great job, Public Works. I'm not going to elaborate. Everybody's done so much. I have to mention, the one thing that was on here tonight was the TAG grant. And I know that sometimes we have people that will say something on social media about seeing graffiti. That is why TAG is here, so we get ahead of the graffiti. So it's Towns Against Graffiti. So if you see graffiti, please reach out to TAG and let them know, and they will take care of it. And be safe out there in this crazy weather, and thank you, everybody.
Okay, I'm just going to make two comments. I'd like to give praise to our road department, Public Works. They did do an excellent job. Of course, it wasn't a major storm, but they were right on top of it. So they were out there before it was actually snowing to make it safe for all of our residents to drive around, because it was a little slippery the first night. So you guys are doing a wonderful job, you guys and gals, I should say. And the B3T, the essay writers were excellent. I mean, for 7th grade, I can't believe it. I mean, it was excellent, and the presentations were very informative, and I thank you and what you're doing in that episode of Bensalem. We have, it's been around, the B3T has been for 20 years, it's been around. Rosemary Adeletta had started that with the mayor, and it's something that we're really proud of, and you guys do a wonderful job. And with that, we'll see you the next meeting in February.
Thank you.